Hi, I'm Bonny Williams, the Marketing Strategist, and I wanted to just make a quick video of something that I call a belief challenge. So as a marketing strategist, quite often when I'm speaking to my clients, what they tell me is that they need some help with their marketing, and in the end what it turns out is they need some help with their self-belief, shall we say, or their idea of what they think their business can achieve. So one of the things I do as a qualified coach is I often take my clients through a belief challenge. So when they say something to me like, I can't do that because I don't have enough time, or I don't want to commit to this program because I don't have the money, I often take them through a belief challenge when I believe that that is something that's holding them back unnecessarily. So I'm going to do that today just because I feel like it might be helpful for some of you out there who are looking at things in your new year, looking at things in your new horizon as you plan 2022. I think it's useful sometimes to take a little check on stuff and see if it's possible for you to alter your belief as to whether you can do this thing or not. So first, what I want you to do is to consider a limiting belief. So something like, I'm not good enough, I'm too shy, I don't have time, I don't have money, I'm too busy, he doesn't love me, she won't believe me, any of those things. And then I want you to ask yourself how old that belief is. When did you first decide that it was true? So in the case of you're not going to go ahead with a particular thing in your business, for example, a training program, ask yourself, when did you decide it was true that you didn't have the money for it? Now, it might be that you've only just decided that in the past month because something financially changed, or it might be that you've decided that a few times over the years. And in that case, maybe it's been 5 years, perhaps 10, perhaps your whole life, perhaps you've always lived with a scarcity mindset. Perhaps you've always felt there wasn't enough money for something. So once you know when roughly, I mean, you don't have to be accurate. It could be the whole of your life. It could be 10 years, 5 years, 1 year. It doesn't have to be to the day, right? But just roughly speaking, when did you decide that was true? Then ask yourself, was there ever a moment when you didn't believe that? Was there a time when you had a different belief? And just think about that moment, think about how that felt, just hold that in your head for a little bit. And then ask yourself, do you know anyone who doesn't believe this thing is true? So for example, if I say to you, do you have time to do this thing? And you say, well, yes, I might do, but I've got to do X, Y, Z and all the things for all the people. And then I might turn around and say, well, you could do all those things or you could choose not to. So then in that case, it would be possible that I would not believe that it's true that you don't have time, but merely believe that you were allocating priorities differently. Or for example, if you're thinking about, I could never do that. This other person could do it, but I could never do that because I'm too shy. I could never be an international speaker, for example, because I'm too shy. Do you know anyone who knows you as your true self and who knows that you're not too shy and you absolutely could do that? Once you've thought about that, then ask yourself, what's the consequence of believing that you're too shy or you're too small or you're too poor or you don't have time for this thing? What's the consequence of that? So what, maybe you're feeling some stuff, maybe you're missing out on things, maybe you're not reaching your potential or you're not fulfilling opportunities that you could do. What's the consequence of believing that you can't do the thing? And then ask yourself, what's an alternative belief you could hold? What could you believe instead? So instead of believing, I'm too shy to be an international speaker, you could believe, by the time I'm an international speaker, I will have overcome my shyness. Or you could believe, instead of I don't have the time, I need to rearrange my priorities. And then finally ask yourself, what would happen if you did believe that? What would happen if you believed that you could become an international speaker and you would overcome your shyness when the right moment arose? What would happen if you believed that you could enroll on this program because enrolling on this program is going to take you to the next level in your business? What would happen if you believed you had the confidence to do something? And then sit with those things for a minute and ask yourself if you do still believe the original limiting belief, and if you really need that to stand in your way, or if you could actually just let it go.